This is Story Time with KSHSAA Covered, our opportunity to talk with one of these staff writers with the Kansas State High School Activity Association. Our guest today, Andy Brown. Andy, how's it going, man? Appreciate you coming back on the show.
Good. Thanks for having me.
Well, for you, I mean, you're looking at one of your latest stories at the time of the recording. I know you were able to cover that Baldwin High School ball game, and Cooper Carr, man, he's putting on a show, and he's been putting on a show his entire career. But it's been fun watching him, especially now in his last year.
Yeah, he started obviously since his freshman year, been an all-league, all-state player since then. So it's been, he's been one of Baldwin's go-to guys for the last several years now. And he started the year off, he missed the first couple games because he was coming off a soccer injury, and they wanted to make sure he was healthy and ready to go for the season. And he's just been a steady scorer for them, and being able to watch him put in a game winner against rival Eudora at home was a pretty amazing atmosphere and pretty awesome sight to see as well.
You talk about Baldwin and just the success they've had. They had translated nicely on the soccer field. I know Leo on that program as well. And man, it just seems like they've carried that over from the fall and into the winter season for basketball. Andy.
Yeah, those Baldwin, Cooper obviously was a big factor on that soccer team, big time scorer, just like he is on the basketball court. But then you have Leo Schoenberger, who's another big time player as well. Gives him nice size on the inside, but also can shoot it. And he was a defender of the year, I believe, in 4A and in the soccer world. So he's, along with him and Ethan Smallsole, another great defender for Baldwin. They have great athletes to make big runs, just like they did, back in the fall for soccer when they finished as a state runner-up. So they haven't lost since Cooper came back from injury. I believe it's 6 or 7 straight wins, and they're definitely one of the teams in 4A to beat. And when you have guys like Cooper Carr and Leo that can kind of go get their own basket at any time, I mean, it just kind of makes them dangerous. And it was great to see, and kind of great to talk to Cooper as well about him breaking the school's all-time scoring mark. And it was one of those things after talking with Coach, Don Blanchett, that it was only going to be a matter of time before, ever since he coached him as a freshman, that it was going to happen. All the minutes that he plays and all the big baskets that he's got over the years. So I think they were all happy to see him kind of break that record and kind of even break it even more as the year goes on.
Well, you look at, you mentioned that win streak that they're on now. I mean, they lost those 2 games right to start the season with Paola and Chanute, and since then they've been on that hot streak. Like, what do they do so well? Like, what makes them stand out on the basketball court?
Oh, they're a great defensive team for one. They really pressure you. But obviously, the 1-2 punch of, Cooper and Leo, makes it tough for any team to guard. They do a lot of handoffs up at the top, and, the play they ran to win the game against Eudora, I think it was meant for Cooper to hand it off to Leo to go score, but Cooper saw that he had the better option, took it to the basket, and missed it, but got his rebound and put back for the game winner. And I think it's just obviously Cooper and Leo play big parts in what they do, but they have a lot of great other players around them, like Colton Collum, and they can all shoot from the outside. So it makes them a tough team to defend because they can attack you on and off the dribble. So
4A East, you talk about, shaping up pretty nice. I mean, we talk about Baldwin, but, you have Atchison, Rock Creek, Bishop Miege, Fort Scott. I feel like there's a lot of teams, especially at the top half of 4A East, that should be pretty good.
Yeah, Atchison's, they're on a nice run themselves. I don't think they've lost yet. They beat a good Highland Park team. And, I think they have a game with Washington coming up that should be pretty interesting in the Meadowlark standings. And Bishop Miege is obviously always good. I think they just lost their first game to a good St. James team. So it'll be interesting to see how the end of the season shakes out. But, it'll be a grind no matter what. I mean, that Eudora team that Baldwin played, they're very good as well. I think they're 3-5 right now, but that record is deceiving. They're a lot better than that. So, I think there's a lot of teams that can compete in that 4A East side. So it'll be interesting to see how it shapes up.
Andy, appreciate the time. We'll catch up with you next month.
You bet, man. Thanks, Cole.
That is Andy Brown, one of the staff writers for KSHSAA Covered.